And then with DJ communicating his concerns about third base, do you regret not bringing in another third base option prior to the spring?
And did we look in the winter? Of course we looked in the winter. Are we continuing to look? Yes, we're still continuing to look. Doesn't guarantee we're going to get anything that solve that by this summer. Can't guarantee that. But I do love the defense we got from Peraza last night. That was an exciting play that helped us, So hopefully we get another game like that from them tonight. I'd certainly love to import a starter, some relievers, because our bullpen obviously has been taxed and some injuries, and so an infielder as well, if possible. But that's a long list, and I'm not sure if there's if this will be a deep deadline or not. So I don't know how active we can be, but we will try to be active. I can tell you that, and we will try to import improvements. That's the gig.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Anzo. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Brian Cashman and his recent interview that he had, and where he talked about the Yankees' need. Obviously, they need a third baseman, they need a starting pitcher, and he basically laid that out. He talked about how Volpe is our main man at shortstop.
I'm a fan of Volpe. I know it's been streaky. It depends on what month he might ask. So right now I know he's had some struggles. The one thing I do tell you I admire about Anthony Volpe is his strength and fortitude. Obviously, he's the starting shortstop for the New York Yankees. Helped us get to a World Series last year, performed in the World Series last year, and he does not lack confidence. And yes, there's struggles that have happened. That's why you're asking the question, understandably so. And yet, he's like this. It doesn't stick to him. It's turn the page, and he's focused on tonight's game. And I do have belief and optimism that he obviously will impact us in a really positive way on both sides of the ball. He's our shortstop, and as I said, I don't forget where he was and what he was doing in the biggest stage of the game last October, despite the twists and turns of how the season currently is playing out, there's a lot of season left to be played. So I'm not counting him out. I know he's going to be part of the solution and rather than the problem.
And how DJ LeMahieu unfortunately did not fit their plans going forward, and not progressing and making a move in the offseason to get a third baseman, and obviously always praising Hal Steinbrenner. And so going off of that, basically Brian Cashman, he's always going to be political in his interviews. He's not going to say too much. He's not going to give away too much. He's also kind of negotiating. He can't really say, yes, we need a third baseman, or yes, we need a starting pitcher, and we're going to do whatever it takes to get one. Why? Well, it's basics of negotiation. You don't really want to just put all your stuff out there saying that you really need it, because other teams are listening, other teams are watching, and if they see any slight sense of desperation or need of a player, they're going to ask for more. They're going to feel like they can ask for more prospects, more money, or whatever the deal is looking out as. And so Brian Cashman isn't dumb in that sense, and he's basically just saying, look, we need a third baseman. That'll be nice, but Peraza did great in last night's game, blah, blah, blah. And so we understand that whole aspect of it.
Do you feel a need to upgrade over what you have at third base right now?
I'm definitely going to be looking for upgrades if I can. That doesn't guarantee anything. It's the time of year now, so I'll be looking for. We obviously we've lost 3 starters out of our World Series rotation so far this year, so I definitely would look to see if I can find a starter, despite getting some real quality starts, from others have stepped up, and which has been great, like Will Warren and others.
But we also know that the Yankees really do need a third baseman. We talked about that in our last video with Eugenio Suarez, which would be a great option from the Arizona Diamondbacks, which he's actually receiving a bunch of interest from a lot of teams. And given that the Arizona Diamondbacks, they haven't been playing their best baseball lately, they could be sellers, and most teams believe they will be selling. Now, that also brings up the option of maybe looking at some of their pitchers. That's where Zac Gallen comes into play. Zac Gallen is a pitcher from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Maybe you've seen him in the World Series. You've seen him. He's a really solid pitcher, I would say, ace-type pitcher. But this season, his numbers don't really reflect it as much. Why do I say that? The guy has around a 5 ERA, 7-9 record, something like that. Basically, not the best this season, but he's a guy that loves the spotlight. He's a guy that you can put him there when it really counts, and he will come through. and that's someone that the Yankees need. Given the fact that he's also going to be a free agent after this season, that is also something to look at for the Arizona Diamondbacks, saying, hey, look, we're going to probably lose this guy. This guy isn't coming back to the Arizona Diamondbacks most likely, and another team's going to offer him a crazy amount of money. Why not make a move right now and get some prospects? Yet his last 13 innings, I would say he's been doing a lot better with an ERA around 3, only allowing 1 earned run and 19 strikeouts. The guy's doing great. He's doing better, especially around this time when most likely his name is being thrown out there and asked for, and the Yankees are definitely asking for this pitcher. Imagine a trade combo of Eugenio Suarez and Zac Gallen. That will be huge and major for the Yankees, making that push for the playoffs and also just trying to get back to that first place status. If not, then, just secure the wild card spot or whatever they need to do in order to make it to the playoffs. Yet the Yankees do need to make an effort, and Brian Cashman saying that there are prospects that are untouchable. Of course, we know that. And there's prospects that he's willing to move. So that's a good sign that he's willing to at least move some of these prospects to get some of these guys because we need it.
Separately, do you feel like you have any prospects that are untouchable, as they would say, going into this trade deadline, players that you bank on?
Some less touchable than others. How about that? You're going to have to just...
Jorge and DJ.
Or some more touchable than others. Sorry. However it works.
How about right now? How much flexibility do you have to add an established veteran who's making real money, maybe at third base, a starting pitcher, or will you have to maybe shop at a slightly less expensive sort of department?
We'll see. I'm going to engage everybody on everything, and I'll share all that information with ownership and see where that takes us. I've had deadlines where I've acquired talent that had to be paid down to make it fit, that were making money. I've had deadlines where it took on big contracts and stuff like that. So ultimately, the great thing about the Steinbrenner family is they're willing to they want to listen to everything that the market is, willing to bear. And Hal's always told me, do not assume, anything. Make sure you take everything to me. And explain the thought process by the group, and just keep me informed, and I'll make the final call.
DJ.
Meaning he will make the final call.
And based on what Cashman was saying, Hal did say that, just bring me all the deals, don't assume anything, and let's make some deals happen. So that's always a good sign from an owner that is wanting to win. So let me know what you guys think down below. I believe Zac Gallen is a great option for the Yankees. He's a New Jersey native, and it's like Volpe, right? Who are you going to go for, Yankees or Mets? Come on, Yankees. And so most likely we're talking about a Yankees fan right here, a guy that's native to the area and someone that can actually compete in October, which he's proven that before. This is what we need. Hopefully the Yankees can find a way. Would you rather have Eugenio, or would you rather have a pitcher like Zac Gallen? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, I appreciate each and every single one of you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.